As the sun rises over a quiet Oklahoma ranch, soft wind moves through the fields, and the sound of horses stirs the morning air. Inside a modest wooden home, a seven-year-old man sits still, his hands shaking slightly as they rest on a worn Pittsburgh Steelers cap. This is Terry Bradshaw. Once one of the most powerful figures in American football, now living far from the roaring stadiums that defined his life, for 14 seasons he led the Steelers to 4 Super Bowl championships, earned 2 Super Bowl MVP awards, and became a symbol of toughness and belief for working-class America. In 1989, he was inducted into the Pro Football Hall of Fame, forever sealing his place in history. But the story behind the trophies is far heavier than the cheers. Bradshaw grew up in 1948 in Shreveport, Louisiana. Raised by a strict father who believed praise made men weak, Terry never heard the words, "I'm proud of you." At school, he struggled academically and was mocked for his slow Southern speech. Football became his escape, the one place where silence and judgment disappeared. Every throw was a quiet plea to be seen, valued, and accepted. That hunger followed him into adulthood. Drafted number 1 overall in 1970, Bradshaw arrived in Pittsburgh under a cloud of doubt. His early years were brutal. Interceptions piled up, fans booed, and the media questioned his intelligence. He sat alone, listening to radio hosts call him talent without brains. Depression crept in silently long before anyone spoke openly about mental health. Still, he refused to quit. Between 1974 and 1979, Bradshaw transformed ridicule into dominance. He led the Steelers to 4 Super Bowl victories in 6 seasons, becoming the face of a football dynasty. Yet, every win came with a cost. His body absorbed relentless punishment. Torn shoulders, cracked wrists, concussions, and constant pain. He played hurt, dizzy, and exhausted, believing toughness meant silence. When his career ended in 1984, the applause faded quickly. Without football, Bradshaw felt lost. He masked his pain with humor on television, becoming the smiling personality fans adored. Behind the scenes, panic attacks, depression, and sleepless nights took over. Later came more battles. 3 failed marriages, years of loneliness, and then cancer diagnosis that forced surgeries and weakness he had never known. What finally saved him was love and honesty. His marriage to Tammy brought stability, faith, and understanding. Together, they built a quieter life, one focused on healing rather than proving strength. Bradshaw now speaks openly about depression, faith, and survival, using his voice to help others who suffer in silence. Today, Terry Bradshaw is no longer the man who threw perfect passes through winter storms. He is something rarer, a reminder that real strength is not about never breaking, but about standing again after you do. His legacy is not only for trophies, but the courage to face pain, tell the truth, and keep going when the noise fades.